Hello there, welcome back to one of my cooking videos. Hope you enjoy this one. Hope you enjoy watching my other videos. Go and check them all out. I do appreciate you watching them. Anyway, so I finished all my Indian cooking, but I'm going to start off with something different. I'm going to do something completely different this week. I purchased this week a chicken. So, show you here. So this is a 1.6 kilo chicken, which was £4.50. I wish it was £1.50, that would be a bargain. £4.50. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see how many meals I can make myself out of one chicken, and if it will last me the week. So consider this is £4.50, can I keep the rest of the ingredients? So it's going to be under £10 to feed me for however many meals this makes. Today I'm going to start off with the bog standard roast chicken dinner because it is Sunday, so we're starting off this on a Sunday and we progress through the week to see how far we actually get. Now, do you remember years ago, see this little cabbie at the front here? And if you remember, years ago you used to actually get the giblets in a little plastic bag. I hope none of you put the chicken in with a plastic bag in there and cooked it. Bad mistake, I think a lot of people have done that. Anyway, now you don't get them. Now, I used to enjoy getting the giblets. I'd put them in a saucepan, bit of water, simmer them up, got lovely juice there for wonderful giblet gravy. And the dog, lucky thing, used to get the heart, the liver and the neck as a treat. It's just a shame you can't get them in the chicken anymore. I bet there's a lot of you out there remember them. If you do, put it in the comments. Do you remember getting a little plastic bag of giblets with your chicken? You no longer get it. You've got to pay for them now, I think. Anyway, so enough waffling as usual. So let's see how we get on. Hope you enjoy this one. So I'm only using ingredients I've actually got in the freezer, in the cupboard or in the fridge. I've not bought anything else extra to go with this. So it's just a really bit of an experimentation. See how we actually do with one £4 chicken. How many meals I can make myself out of that. So let's crack on and do the roast chicken for today. Let's crack on then. Right, so this is the first meal out of that chicken. As you can see, I've done myself a nice roast dinner here. Now, I've worked out potatoes, just 150 grams potatoes there, cost about 12p. The mixed vegetable, they are left over from the freezer. When I did the Navratan korma, the mixed vegetable korma, I actually blanched what I'd left over, so they've been in the freezer since then. So they've not basically cost me anything. And that's what we got left of the chicken. So we're going to see tomorrow what we can actually do with the chicken. So next thing, just a bit of gravy on here. I'll pour a little bit of gravy over that chicken, nice thick gravy, which is what I like. And that's my tea for tonight. So bon appetit. We'll see how many meals we can make out of what's left of this chicken over the rest of the week. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to fry off these onions, carrots, clove of garlic there, salt and pepper. And gently fry these bits off for a couple of minutes first of all. So let's just get those fried off for about 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a little bit longer. So I'm just going to roll out the pastry while I'm waiting for these to fry off just that little bit longer. Nice, I think they're cooked off a little now. So put in the 2 cups of ready cooked chicken there. Give that a good stir. Now, because chicken's quite dry, I'm going to put a bit of corn flour and some milk into this to make it like a little bit of a gravy to it. But with that bit of garlic in it, should give it quite a nice flavour. So make like a little piece of, make it a bit wetter, so that's looking nice. Gently up the heat. So it thickens up nicely. Put a little bit in at a time. You don't want too much sort of white gravy, you just want enough to make it nice and moist. It's cooking, so Again, I think that one deserves spoonful. Enough at the moment. A little bit more milk in there to walk that down a bit. What this is going to be, you should just get this just the right thickness. This is dry out while it's cooking. You coat it nicely, makes a nice little bit of a gravy. Put it into a bit more milk. I think that is going to be enough. Just a smidgen more. Again, adjust this part for how thick you want the filling to be. So yeah, I mean that is looking, yeah, that's looking nice now, so that's fine. So let's turn that off and get this over to the pastry case. So I've done about a 30cm circle there, so I'm just going to put all this in the middle. Like so. Now you could make little pasties, but I'm going to do one big one. And I should do there, actually this will be big enough for actually 2 people in this one. So I think this is going to do 2 people quite easy. Here we go. So that filling's looking nice in there. You can just see that in there. So get a bit of milk now. I mean, you can use beaten egg, but I'm using milk just to basically keep the cost down, just moisten the edges. Just to keep the edge of that pastry moistened. And then it's just a matter of bringing this top bit over the top. So bring that over to there. Look at that. That is going to make one giant chicken and vegetable pasty, that one. So let's just get a fork, crimp those edges. Crimp those edges there, and then we're going to just kind of trim off the excess in a minute. And that is looking nice. Get a small knife and just trim these edges up. There we go. Trimmed up neatly, take the excess off. Put to one side. And there we go. And that's looking good. So I'm just going to few holes in the top there. So I've already turned the cooker on at gas mark 6. So let's put this on a grease-proof sheet. Put this on there. Yep, that is one giant pasty. There we go. It's going to take quite tasty. So I'm just going to cover the top with a bit of milk. So you could do a beaten egg. But like I say, I'm actually trying to keep this. I can get all these dishes under a tenner. Am I going to succeed? Well, we should find out and see how many dishes I can do and keep it under a tenner. And see if they come out okay. But there we go. Here we go, one chicken vegetable pasty, enough there for 2 people. I'm going to put that in the oven now, gas mark 6, about 20-25 minutes till it browns off. It might take about 30, so let's put that in the cooker for now, and then we'll bring it out when it's ready. Well, so that's in about 25-30 minutes, that cheese vegetable pasty there, so it's looking good. The pastry hasn't cracked, it's looking fine, so let's just cut it in half, cut into it. What do you reckon? 2 people in the quarters, 4 people I reckon. You know, I reckon that would do 4 people. So I'm not going to be a pig. I'm going to cut that to a quarter. Now I'm just going to have this with a bit of salad for my tea. So let's just cut that to a quarter. Put that on a plate. There we go. That is looking nice. That is looking good. So a little bit there got away. Let's give that a try. Oh, it's still hot. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah. I mean, here we go. One dish out of there, another dish out of that chicken, so let's cut it in half. Okay, see it's steaming. It is full, the vegetables are cooked perfectly, the chicken there. You know what, I can't find a fault with that at all, so let's have a look. Just the right amount of sort of white sauce in there with that chicken and vegetables. So let's steam a little bit, still a bit hot. Mm. Now what I really should learn to let these things cool down before I try them, because that is a little bit hot on the mouth, but apart from that, yeah, that is very, very tasty. So I think that's a success. 1 chicken and vegetable pasty. 2 people, if you're big eaters. 4 people at a pinch, that will do. So I think that again is pretty good. So so far it's looking good to be a good budget meal with this chicken. So another thing, and that's it. So on to tomorrow, when we're going to cook another dish tomorrow. Okay, so another bit of this cooking challenge. So we're now on Tuesday, so the 3rd day. So we had roast chicken on the Sunday. We had that chicken vegetable pasty I made yesterday, which will actually do 4 people actually. Now today I'm going to do a sort of stir-fried instant noodle spicy chicken dish. For that I'm using 2 cups of that chicken again from that joint there. I've got 1 onion which I've chopped up and sliced up finely. Now I'm using these cheap Asda instant flavour noodles. Now when I was in India, you'd be surprised at how many sort of roadside beach shacks and restaurants have actually done Maggi noodles. They got the Maggi noodles, just spiced it all up with God knows what, and it was quite popular out there, quick and easy to do, but hopefully this will be the same. So apart from this, we've got 3 cloves of garlic here. I've got about 1 inch of ginger, which I've chopped up finely. I've got about 2 tablespoonfuls of coriander, which I had left over in the fridge from the pakoras I made. Now, I've got 1 teaspoon there of garam masala, a teaspoonful of salt, and I've got half a small red chilli chopped up there finely, and also 1 teaspoonful of the butter chicken spice mix I've got from Delhi Spice Market. Now if you check out one of my other videos, you'll actually see how I made a butter chicken just using this prepaid spice mix from Delhi. It's actually got 18 different spicings, so I thought I'm going to whack a teaspoonful of that in here, see how it comes up, and half a cup of peas there, and of course this packet of instant noodles. So hopefully it'll come out okay. So let's go over to the cooker and start cooking this dish up. Right, so the first thing we need to do is to fry off these onion here. Let's put that in there. Turn this heat up a little bit. So I'm just going to put in the onions, then the ginger and the garlic to start off with. Just get them fried up very nice and soft. Okay, so they're cooking all nice. I'm now going to put in the chopped up red chilli now. Just stir in. There we go. Let's just put Let that cook for a little bit longer. I'm just going to put in the salt, garam masala and that butter chicken spice mix. Just stir all that in together. Make sure that heat just brings the flavour of the spices out. I'm also going to put in the packet you get from this with this curry mix you normally get, so I'm going to put that in as well. Let them cook off a little bit more. Just stir those spices in. I'm now going to put in, whack the peas in there, and I'm now going to put in 2 cups of water. About 2 cups of water there. Bring that to the boil. I'm just going to break these noodles up and put these instant noodles in there. There we go. Now I'm just going to whack in the chicken as well. So 2 cups of chicken there. Give that a stir in. I'm just going to let that simmer now as the noodles do for about 3 to 5 minutes. There you go, the noodles have softened up nicely, so I'm now going to put in the coriander, give that a stir in. Quick, easy, you can get this done in can't prepare it, sort of 5-10 minutes and you've got a nice meal now. That actually I think is enough there for 2 people, that noodle dish. So let's get some on a plate, turn the heat off and see what it's like. There you go, if you want a bit more juice, a bit more water, but that's just looking, I think, perfect for now. So let's give it a try. Let's try a spoonful there. This all looks finely cooked. And taste the saltiness there. That chilli just coming out. You can actually taste that butter chicken spice mix in there. That combination of spices, and just got a nice bit of heat coming through from that red chilli as well. And there is a bit of red chilli powder in that butter chicken spice mix. Oh yeah, that is a nice, quick, easy meal. You can see that's what I've got left over. Again, I think you can say, I mean, that is enough for 2 people. So far this chicken is actually working out quite good. So there we go. One instant noodle, you can use Maggi noodles or cheap noodles. Spicy chicken noodles, I suppose you'd call it. So there we go. So we've now had a Sunday meal, a Monday meal, a Tuesday meal out of that chicken. Enough left there for tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I think there might be enough left for another meal on Thursday. So let's see how we go tomorrow. And I'm going to add it up at the end of the week when I've done all the dinners to see how much extra I've had to pay on top of that £4.50 for that chicken. So far, it's working out good value. So join me again tomorrow on Wednesday for the next dish and we'll see how we get on. Right, welcome back to another bit of cooking. Today it's Wednesday, so it's the 3rd day of our chicken cooking challenge. So today I'm going to be cooking a chicken and cheese quiche Lorraine. So I'll be using a 9-inch flan dish there, so I reckon you should get enough for about 4 people out of this, or 2 people if you're big eaters. So anyway, so what we're using for this dish today, I've got 1 whole onion, finely chopped up there, 2 cloves of garlic, about 100 grams there, I've got extra mature cheddar. Again, 300 grams here of a short crust pastry. We're using 3 eggs down here, and I've got a teaspoonful of salt, about half a teaspoonful of black pepper, and 1 teaspoonful of mixed herbs as well. Also be using about 1 cup of milk. You can use double cream or thick cream if you want steady milk, but milk does just as good in the quiche Lorraine. So that's what we're using for this chicken quiche Lorraine. So let's get on and mix it all up for this today. Okay, for those super observant of you, did you spot a deliberate mistake? He says knowingly. Yes, how can you make a chicken quiche Lorraine without chicken? Exactly. I forgot to put the chicken there, so we're also using 2 cups roughly of chopped up chicken. Now you can shred this chicken up or chop it up finely. I've just chopped it up again, but yeah, we do need this to make the chicken quiche Lorraine, so that's what I forgot. 10 out of 10 if you spotted that. Anyway, onward. Right, so I've just put the oven on preheating the oven. I'm going to be needing to cook this quiche Lorraine at gas mark 790 degrees centigrade for about 30-35 minutes. So first of all, we need to just fry off our garlic and our onions in there. I just need to sweat them down so they're nice and soft. Leave them to continue. And while I make them, I'm just going to go and roll out the pastry case. Right, yeah, they've sweated down nicely, so I'm going to let these cool down now and mix up the rest of the ingredients. Right, so that's rolled out in the flan dish nicely there, so move that to one side. What I'm going to do now is beat these eggs up. So we're using 3 eggs with this one. Salt, pepper, mixed herbs, whack them in there, beat the eggs up. Get that pepper mixed in. Like I say, 1 cup of milk. Leave that aside. Flan. What I'm going to do, you can either put the cheese on the bottom there, or do what I'm doing, mix it in with the egg. Again, it's personal choice. So I'm mixing mine with the egg. Put in the chicken. Mix it all around, give it a good mix. And then last but not least, I want to put your onions and garlic mix in there. Onions, garlic mixed in, give it a good stir, and then into the flan dish. Make sure it's evenly distributed there. There we go, just make sure it's evenly distributed all the way around the chicken, the onion, and that's it, that's done. So I'm now going to put down a baking tray, so put that in the oven for 190 degrees, about mass mark 7, 35 minutes till that's cooked. We'll come back when it's fully cooked. Here we go, that's had 35 minutes, that's looking nice and smells nice. I'm going to get it out of this flan dish. I've let it cool down, I've learnt a lesson. Get it on this plate. still a little bit hot. A little stuck around the edges, even though I put butter on that around the edges to try and just a little bit stuck around the edges for some unknown reason. Get most of that released, there we go. Ow. I did let it cool down, but ow, it's still a smidgen hot, so there we go. Let's put that in there. Bit crumbly. So it certainly looks nice. So let's get a little plate out. So give us a little cut. Pastry looks nice. Again, I reckon that will do 4 people there, or definitely good for a party. Let's get this smaller cake slice out. Yep. There we go. You say it's still steaming a little bit. So that looks nice, smells nice. Let's go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, the pastry's nice on the bottom. Not soggy. Give it a try. Oh yeah. Definitely, yeah. Try it. A little bit more. That needs to cool down a little bit more. There. Taste the cheese, taste the onion. Slight of them mixed herbs in there. Oh. Yeah, well pleased with that one. Again, another success. That's lovely. There we go. One chicken, cheese and onion quiche Lorraine. Again, that would be ideal for parties. I reckon that would be nice cold, so I'm going to let that cool down. Again, I'm going to have that with some salad for my tea today. So there we go. So far, again, so far we've had 4 days meals out of that chicken, and there's still quite a bit left. So we'll have to see what we're going to do for tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. So join me on that one. See what we're going to do with what's left of the chicken. Okay, so we're on to Thursday now for this how much meals can we get out of that one chicken challenge. So what I'm going to do today with the chicken that's actually left, I'm going to make a chicken stew. So for that I've got 2 cups of chicken there, what's left on the chicken. We've got 500 grams there of potatoes, which I've cubed up into quite sort of big chunks. Here I've got 250 grams here of carrots, again sliced and sort of chopped up. 250 grams there of parsnips there as well. 1 whole onion sliced up. Now the herbs and spices I'm going to be using for this curry, pretty simple. I'm going to be using a teaspoonful of salt, half a teaspoonful of white pepper, half a teaspoonful of black pepper. I'm going to put in 2 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoonful of mixed herbs there. And I've got some coriander left in the fridge. I'm going to whack about half a cup of coriander in with it. Now this is all we've got left of the chicken. So it's just the chicken carcass left now. Ran all the meat off of that, but I'm not going to waste this. I'm actually going to make the stock out of this to use for this chicken stew. So that's going to be the next thing, and I'm actually going to use my pressure cooker for this. So let's get on and start off with this first of all. Right, so what I'm going to be using actually, I'm going to be using this is my Instant Pot 13-in-1 cooker. Now it pressure cooks, it sautés, it steams, it slow cooks, it bakes, it does yogurt, it dehydrates, roasts, and it's also an air fryer. So this is a 13-in-1 machine. Wouldn't be without it now. I've got a bit of a normal air fryer. So this is what we're going to use first of all to cook this carcass in. So I'm going to put a litre of water in this. That's what we'll start off with. Now I'm just going to whack in all these bones here, all the skin, get a nice stock. So what I'm going to do on this one, put the lid on, and I'm just going to put this on pressure cook. Let's turn it on. So we're going to pressure cook this for 30 minutes. First of all, and that should just be hot enough to get all this rest of that meat off the bone and make a nice stock. So let's get on with that, and we'll come back when that's finished. I've had 30 minutes, so nice lot of stock there. It smells nice. So I'm going to get all this carcass out here. There we go, that's the carcass out. So all that to one side. I'm going to scrape all this bits of meat off in a minute. That certainly smells nice bit of chicken stock there. So basically all I'm going to do now is whack everything back in here. Salt, pepper, garlic, coriander. Maybe that coriander is going to give it a nice bit of flavour. The carrots, parsnips, onion, potato, and the chicken. You better stir around. There we go. I'm going to put another litre of water in there, or perhaps half. Let's have a look. That's about half a litre. Yeah, I think just enough to cover the vegetables. Just slightly over half a litre back in there. Let's scrape the rest of this meat off this carcass, see how much. Right, so I've got a little bit more meat off of that carcass. Literally threadbare, that carcass. Now certainly makes full use of the chicken. Put this in here. So I think there's enough there. Now anyway, put the lid back down. Pressure cook button again. Going to change the time. 45 minutes on this one. Press start. So it's going to take 45 minutes to pressure cook the rest of that. That should be cooked perfectly. Then we just need to thicken it up when that's finished. So this is a pretty quick and easy way of doing a stew in this pressure cooker. Much quicker. Bung everything in it and just let it do its work. So I'll be back when it's cooked. Oh, there we go. That's had 45 minutes. It certainly smells nice. Let's just have a look at the potatoes. All the vegetables are done nicely. That certainly smells nice when it's served, and that garlic in there. What we now need to do is I need to thicken it up a little bit. So I know I've used corn flour or flour, mix it with a bit of water. So now I've put this on the sauté to warm the base up to make sure it's nice and hot. So I'm just going to thicken this up a little bit. It's a bit too thin at the moment. You like my stew is a little bit thicker than that. A little smidgen more, I think, and that should be just the right thickness for me. Yep, that's just nice thickness. Not it too dodgy, but yeah, that's just perfect, that is. So let's just put a bit on a plate. Now looking at that, I reckon that's going to do me. Well, let's put some on a plate first of all. If I use this as a measuring dish, this plate, Right, so that's a good plate full of stew there. Put that to one side, let that cool down. Give it a stir. Get this thickened up. Let's turn that off now. So I reckon I could get what? At least another 2 portions, possibly 3 out of that one. So again, this chicken is proven to be good value. But let's shut that lid a bit so it's not so steamy. Let's just so there it is there. Let's just move that out of the way. And there we go. See that there? Give that a try. Let's turn off like this. Whoa, still going. A little bit there of the carrot. A bit hot. That carrot is cooked to perfection. A little bit with the potato. A little bit with the chicken there. Garlic potato, I'm trying to taste the garlic and the mixed herbs you can taste. Can't really taste the coriander actually. I think that added a little bit of a flavour to it. Well, yeah, that's nice. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to finish that off in a minute. Right, so that's it. That's that little experiment finished. We'll see how much this £4 chicken can get and how many meals I can get out of it. So let's just go through it and put a few facts and figures down here. So Sunday we started off, we had the roast chicken dinner for myself. Okay, that's 1 meal. So was it on the Monday I done the chicken pasty. Now I actually managed to get 4 portions out of that one. So again, I've managed to put 3 in the freezer. Tuesday I done that new spicy noodle dish. I've got 1 portion got 2 portions out of that one. So again, pretty good bargain. Yesterday I did that chicken and cheese quiche Lorraine. Again, looking at the size of that, I had 1/4 of that. So it's another 3 portions, so which I've got in the freezer. Again, pretty good value. And today, out of this stew, I reckon I'm going to get another, what, at least another 2 out of that one, I reckon. So possibly 3, so I've had 1 today. So I'm going to call it 3 to be 3 extra portions. So today's 1 and 2 extras. So out of that, so basically I've done myself 13 meals out of that 1 chicken. Well, I think it's pretty good really. I think I've done pretty well there. So again, I've got a lot in the freezer that's going to last me. Now the costing, so the £4.50 for the chicken, I've worked out all the other ingredients. The most expensive one was the chicken quiche because it had eggs and cheese in it. So the ingredients on top come to £5.28. Which that is stuff I've had in there. Potatoes were cheap enough, like carrots and that work out like potatoes 8p 100 grams basically. Carrots 8p 100 grams. The eggs come out at 26p. Parsnips 11p for 100 grams. So I've added up what I've actually used. £5.28 in other ingredients. So basically £9.78 for what, 13 meals out of 1 chicken. Wow. That is budget friendly or what? If you like chicken, that's fine. But again, you put them away. It's going to last you 13 meals. You can have one here for the other day and something else the other day. So I think that is pretty good value. I think I've done pretty well to get 13 meals out of that 1 chicken. Yes, there was a lot of other things, vegetables, etc. made out, but that's what you do with any other meals. Now, I didn't cost out the amount to actually cook it. I couldn't work that one out. A bit too complicated for me. I couldn't bother all that. So I reckon what, put £1 on top for cooking it all? Possibly, I don't know. But anyway, there we go. That's that one over for this cooking video. Put in the comments if you think that was good value, if you think I've done pretty well getting 13 different meals out. This is something you would do as well. So anyway, it might be a bit of a longer video, a lot more waffling as per normal, but hey ho, that's what I'm about. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this one. Please do like, subscribe, hit that little button. If you think I've done a good job, hit that little button below. You know, I do appreciate it. Anyway, until the next one, look after yourselves, be kind to one another. I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.